Okay, I've had a dramatic change of plans. I went to Heathrow to pick up a client, take him to a hotel in Belgravia. I was going to go home, park, walk over to Buckingham Palace and see, well, it's probably going to be too late to see the King and what's she now? Queen Consort arrive, but I would have been okay to see the hearse arrive. However, what is this? However, oh, they're not being asked to move their cars either. And there's a bridge up there. That would be a great...
That side of the road, you are not allowed to be here.
Oh, giddy. Anyway. Anyway, and so change of plan. Oh.
Come and move it! It's going to get lifted and taken to the pound!
Okay, anyway, so the client somehow didn't get the message that he was being picked up, ended up taking an Uber. So there I am at Heathrow thinking, because I waited an hour and a half for him, so now I'm behind on time, and I'm thinking, do I have enough time to go home and do all that? Anyway, the plane was coming in from Edinburgh to RAF Northolt, which is north of Heathrow.
1839. Get to the other barrier.
Someone.
You are, sir. Sir, I'll move them. You move yourself to the other barrier. So I'm not going to ask you again. Don't push me. I will push you. Just step back. You have some respect. You're spoiling it because it's going to get detoured if there's too many clowns in the road.
Okay, so it seems everyone's got to get on off the road, which is understandable under normal circumstances.
If anybody has a car on the main carriageway and it doesn't get moved, it will be removed and taken to a pound.
Sorry, should you take your car off from the road?
Okay.
It's got to be removed from this road.
They're going to tow it. It's got to be clear.
Okay. Anyway, so I decided, right. Okay, the plane comes into RAF Northolt, a few miles, 3.5 miles north of Heathrow. I thought, okay, that's where I'm going. So that's where I've gone, and I've parked the car just behind me a bit. That took a bit of an effort, so then I thought I'd have to walk here. And RAF Northolt is just that away, not too far, half a mile. So I think the plane has landed, so at some point the hearse leaves the plane, gets put in a car, comes along this road here, which is the A40. And then apparently continues on the A40 down to Paddington and then off down to the Palace that way. Okay, so how about that? So here we are. I don't want to put, there's a little bit of rain. I don't want to put the umbrella, that's going to spoil some views. But it does mean that I and the iPad are getting a little wet. Anyway, so you can see the traffic on the other side is heading west. That's the way that would get you out of London. The road turns into the M40, goes up past Oxford and so it goes up to Birmingham, blah, blah, blah. But you can see it's all stopped on the other side now. So I'm guessing that it's going to be a little imminent here. Okay, so I'm guessing the traffic eastbound has been stopped down there somewhere. This may be the last car. He's pulled over. He's probably going to get a bollocking soon. Maybe not. Here we go. See people on the other side as well. But say the vehicle does come this side. This is the eastbound side. They say the RAF base is just down there, half a mile, something like that. But of course, once the plane lands, it then takes a few minutes, for the coffin to get off the plane. And I don't know if they have some little service there or something, but then put into the hearse and from the RAF Northolt down there to this point here by cars, probably only 2 minutes, something like that. More cars stopping. You know, unless they're official cars, of course, but no, maybe not. Maybe they're about to be read the right act. Let's see and hear. It's a shame, isn't it? See, look at that bridge up there. You think that's a great viewing point, but obviously people aren't allowed to go up there. Okay, someone's obviously, a few people listening to the live commentary on the radio, and I think I just heard somebody saying that the hearse was, well, she said she is getting put into the car now, which I loosely translate as the coffin is getting put into the hearse, but maybe not, maybe not, maybe not. And so this is the beginning point of the procession, if that's the right word, of the route to Buckingham Palace. And I'm guessing about 15 miles, something like that. And normally driving would take about an hour. Of course, with the police around you, it's going to take a lot less than that. But maybe they slow down, you know, once they get off this main road. Maybe they slow down so people can have a bit of a better look. I'm getting moved up here. Oh, let's see. No, I guess we can stay here. So this is quite a good view. Look at that. Do I have a battery left on this thing? Okay. All those cars have gone. I mean, in a way, it wouldn't be so bad to get towed because, I mean, how long does it take a tow truck to arrive? I know that's not going to happen in a few minutes. Okay, so it's going to get ticketed and not towed. Some people might find that an okay compromise. RAF Northolt is right outside it, or more or less, is the, it's at the Polish War Memorial roundabout on the A40, so called because there is a memorial to the Polish Air Force. They, and others, it has to be said, I think the Czech Air Force and Czechoslovakia as well at the time, had some squadrons operating out of Northolt during the Second World War. I think maybe there were more Poles than any of the others, I'm not sure. Anyway, that roundabout is called the Polish War Memorial roundabout, and you can, if you do go down there, there's a little car park in front of the monument, should you be so inclined to check out, which I did a couple of years ago. I used to live just down there, about 2 miles, so during lockdowns, I used to do quite a bit of walking around, so I'm sort of okay around this area. Okay, I'm guessing this is imminent. Okay, someone's just saying that she's obviously listening to it live. Let us know when she's on the 40. The thing is, do I pause this video? Or do you get bored watching it? If you are bored at this point, just, you know, fast forward it to the bit when you can see cars coming in this direction, well, with blue flashing lights. There's a helicopter up there. Helicopters were grounded for a little while, at least the media ones were, because of the rain. That might be a police one, or it might just be that the rain's eased off enough. Well, if you're board watching this, I say just put the mouse on the little tag thing and slide it to the right until such time as you see the flashing lights. I think I'm going to keep this going. I do have enough battery power. So this is on the assumption that this isn't going to go on for hours, but I guess it's reasonably imminent, which is a change from being imminent. And this is, of course, the coffins arrived in London. It's been in Scotland since the passing. So from here we'll be going to Buckingham Palace and be in the palace overnight. And tomorrow afternoon it will be going from Buckingham Palace to Westminster Hall. And that's not a great distance. I live close to that. I live close to that route, so I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people. Apparently, I heard on the radio about half an hour ago that some people have already started queuing for the viewing. Viewing, when you can, queue up and see the coffin. That is open as from 5 o'clock Wednesday afternoon. And apparently, there are some people who have already been queuing today. So they're gonna, they've got an overnight queue, and say it is raining. Well, not now so much, but it has been. So it's gonna be presumably they've got umbrellas, but nevertheless, that's quite a thing to do. Sort of what I'm doing sort of pales in comparison to that, really. But I do live really close to the route that hearse is going to be going tomorrow from Buckingham Palace to Westminster Hall, and I shall be videoing that. Although I got a SMS not long ago, a couple of hours from Lisa Nash Feast in LA, telling me that she's on the way to LAX trying to get a standby flight, and she's hoping she can't. I'm sure she can't get one direct. She's hoping to get one to Salt Lake City, from LA to Salt Lake City, and then Salt Lake City to London. It has to be with Delta. So there's no guarantees of that right now. And if she does do that, then she's going to be arriving in Heathrow about 1:30 tomorrow afternoon, which is when I was kind of going to be hoping to be in that crowd somewhere. But say she may not make it actually. There's a lot of people trying to get to London right now. And she flies standby, so absolutely no guarantee at all. Anyway, traffic appears to be stopped on the other side of the road, which means presumably I'm waiting. There's a girl on the right listening, watching something. She did say a few minutes ago she's going to let someone know when the hearse is on its way. I'd say it's only a couple of minutes from that point. Just down there is RAF Northolt. And of course, for those of us in London, this is our first glimpse, and because we are so close here to RAF Northolt, we're going to be amongst the first to actually see the coffin, although of course it is in a hearse. There's a lot of people lining this route actually between here and Buckingham Palace. I mean, I don't think it's not raining that hard. It's just so I don't even have the umbrella. then what was I doing? See, the traffic on the other side is moving, albeit slowly. Oh, here we go. Okay, well, that's the first of many. So, you know, he's obviously, or she's just making sure that the road is clear all the way. This has to be clear all the way to the palace. So technically this is a road, and under normal circumstances people are not allowed to stay on the road. Because that, as you can see, was blocking my view. Well, hopefully one of these officers will come down and get everybody behind that white line. I hope he's doing that actually. That'll make it, you know, semi-decent view. I mean, how decent a view can this be anyway? But nevertheless, you know, it kind of gives you a taste of it, I suppose. And, you know, this kind of sound corny, that this is actual reality. This is happening. You know, it's obviously it's not all made up, but you know, it sort of strikes home a little bit more, doesn't it, when you actually kind of see it. I mean, obviously they're not lying on television and in the media and all of that. Okay, she's just gone around the roundabout. She presumably being musical. She's not driving. But okay, we've got more headlights down there. Okay, here we go. The roundabout's just down there a little bit. Okay, this copper's not going so fast. Okay, traffic looks well and truly stopped on the other side. You see, if you're on the other side, right down there, if you're allowed to get out of the car, that would kind of be neat. I was thinking about that earlier, but well, how do you time it, right? I mean, how do you time it? Okay, so there's more than one roundabout between where I am now and the RAF, not just the base, but where the terminal is, because I'm presuming, I've been inside that place many times actually, inside the terminal, and so presumably, I mean, you'll see it better on television what I'm doing, but the terminal is not the right next to the road. Okay, here we go. And of course, this road I'm on now, there is going to be no more traffic on it because presumably the traffic is stopped down there anyway. Okay, this is it. So, okay, the road's going to be open up, but obviously there's going to, you know, you're not, if you're in a car, you're not going to be able to catch up with the convoy and all that. Of course. Well, there were, as you heard, there were people clapping, cheering, carriageway and some making the sign of the cross. And that is it. That's my first glimpse. Oops, this road's open again. It was my first glimpse of coffin, as indeed it was for everybody that I was sharing this roadway with, and because it's so close to RAF Norfolk where the plane landed, it's the first glimpse of the coffin for people that live in London. And it's now going to be, normally it's about an hour to Buckingham Palace, but under normal circumstances, but these of course are not normal circumstances, and normally I guess, you know, with an escort you're talking about 30 minutes, but I'm sure they're going to slow down here and there. There's going to be a lot of people lining the route for sure. But anyway, that's sort of hits home a bit, you know. Anyway, so tomorrow it's going to be, well, anyway, let's worry about that tomorrow.